Hello there, welcome to another special episode of Rest of the Story. Today, we'll try and make sense of why is the test firing of Agni 5 missile, indigenously prepared by DRDO, why is it such a huge milestone moment for India? With us, very special guest, General Ashwini Siwach, joining us live. Great to have you, sir. Great to have you with us on Squirrel today.
Thank you, Bhupendra.
So I wanted to know that, we launched this new digital platform called the Squirrel because we want to turn the spotlight of our country's public discourse on data and only data. So let me first ask you, sir, in your opinion, what are those specific 2 or 3 points which you think make Agni 5 such a huge moment for Indian defense establishment?
Very correct. Bhupen, first of all, we must understand this Agni 5 is multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle technology. That means that from one missile, you can fire a multiple warheads. Till the time now, what we were using it, one missile, one target. Now with this Agni 5, since it follows this MIRV technology, that you can now carry a multiple warhead and can hit the multiple warhead at a different location. So this is a game changer and a force multiplier. Second thing is this can carry a nuclear weapon. Third thing is it's very difficult to track and detect and neutralize all the warhead. Fourth is that once it comes from outer space to the inner space, its speed increases and it becomes almost 4 to 5 Mach. So therefore, it is very difficult to intercept it. Fourth thing is that it uses a solid fuel. And fifth thing is that it is indigenously made. All Agni series are indigenously made, there is no doubt. But this Agni 5 is different because this follows the technology of MRRV, which is a re-entry vehicle technology, which is not available other than 5 countries. We become the 6th country. The one which has got is basically the US, then UK, France, and then Russia and China, those P5. Now, we are the 6th country which will have this technology. And this is going to be game changer because this increases your flexibility. Second thing is that it also increases the chances of hitting all the targets. And this acts as a deterrence. See, we have been telling time and again to the whole world that we have no first use policy as far as nuclear weapons are concerned. But we have to have a credible minimum deterrence. And now with Agni 5, which follow MRV technology, we suggest that we can tell to our adversary that in case if they use a nuclear weapon, we have a capability of second strike and which is credible. And therefore, this act as a deterrence, Bhupen.
What is the range of this missile, sir? Because I hear the international experts are suggesting that it's greater than 8,000 kilometers, but we're claiming that this to be somewhere in the region of 7,000 kilometers. What are the areas, if we're talking about deterrence and we're surrounded by such a hostile neighborhood, what are the areas against which Agni 5 gives us some kind of insulation?
Bhupen, possibly the range is only 5,000 kilometers because what we are now looking for is that once we deploy in the northern part of the country, that we can cover the complete China as well as some portion of the East Europe. But our aim is to increase the range in time to come. But as on today, as the Agni 5 has, it has a range of 5,000 kilometers with a multiple warhead, carry maximum nuclear warhead. Now the question comes is that what is the series of Agni missile which we have started initially we started somewhere in 83, 84 and with Agni 1 with the range of 700 kilometers. Then up till Agni 4, it was 3,500 kilometers. And by 2012, we have tested Agni 5, which has a 5,000 kilometers. But the Agni 5, which we tested earlier, was only the one which can carry a single warhead. Now, it took us so much time to take this technology of multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle technology and do
what does it really mean?
Siwach, for the benefit of our viewers who may not be, let's say, familiar with these military terms, when you say multiple targets being accomplished at the same time, and you say a re-entry missile, what does it imply? In real terms, what does it imply? In simplistic terms, sir.
Yeah, it means initially you fire a single missile and it goes into the enemy area. It goes into outer space. When it comes into inner space, it becomes into a multiple warheads, and each warhead is going to a different target with its own technology which has been fed to its brain. It follows that and it hits the target 100% sure, and maximum out of this warheads can be a nuclear weapon. So the point which comes is it is very difficult to detect it because there are multiple warheads. The chances of it hitting are almost 100%. Third thing is that since it has a multiple warhead and the speed increases as it comes into the inner space, it is difficult to detect and then neutralize. And fourth thing is that it is having a miniature sort of a nuclear weapon system. It is unlike the earlier warhead used to be a bulky. These are basically miniature, but as far as the yield is concerned, it is almost 5 to 7 times more yield than the earlier weapon system. So overall, you find this weapon system is very potent. It's a force multiplier, and it will able to give India capability of a minimum credible deterrence, especially to adversary like China. Bhupen.
Okay. When you say especially to adversaries like China, that's the next question, sir. That if we were to look at hostile neighbors around us, there's Pakistan and there's China. Help us understand the range that this Agni 5 missile has, the technical nuances that you have explained to us. What is it that China has and what is it that Pakistan has? Where do we measure up in the context of China and Pakistan with the kind of deterrence that you're talking about with Agni 5?
See, as far as China is concerned, they are far, far ahead. They have DF-41, which has a range of 12,000 kilometers. And it also follows that MIRV technology, same one, that multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle, and which can fire with number of warheads. As far as China is concerned, by we achieving Agni 5, we have now able to neutralize that. Because once we deploy this basically Agni 5 in the northern part of the country, then we can cover complete China. Now, as far as Pakistan is concerned, Pakistan claimed to say that they have developed this technology last year, but it has not been ascertained by any sources. They say Ababil is a missile with they have developed with this re-entry vehicle technology. But this has to be ascertained, but certainly they can always get a technology from China. So this we must understand it. Anything which is manufactured by China can always come to Pakistan through illegal means. But all said and done, now two more issues comes as far as Agni 5 is concerned. As on today, it has a multiple warhead, but it can only be fired from the surface. As on today, up till Agni 4, they could only on the railway track. Agni 5 now can also be from motorable track and cross country. But it still do not follow the triad. What is triad? I want to tell to the viewer. The triad is also only 4 or 5 countries which have this capability of firing a nuclear missile from air, from ground, from ship, and as well as from submarine. So therefore, that has not been achieved as far as Agni 5 is concerned. Our next aim is that we should able to fire this Agni 5 also from missile. That will increase flexibility capability. Why this? I just want to say why this. The viewer should understand that the potential enemy will know your place where you can use your nuclear weapon, and they may sort of destroy it prematurely. Before you can fire them, this can be destroyed. But once these weapon systems are there in the sea, in the submarine, very difficult for an adversary to sort of able to find out where is the missile, and therefore the credibility increases of that weapon system of hitting the target much more than the one which is on the surface.
Final question then to you, sir. In terms of costing, in terms of, let's say, the commercial aspects, the money which is required to develop these kind of missile systems, what's the approximate expenditure which you think which we need to incur, not just for the development of what we've got, but to keep upgrading these missiles as well?
Yeah, Bhupen, see, we must understand it. There are two success stories as far as India is concerned. One is the satellite and another is a missile. One is by the ISRO. As far as the satellite is concerned, no doubt about it. We have done Chandrayaan, now Gaganyaan. Everything is going as per the copybook, and these have gone much less price, which the US has been sending it. Same way, as far as the DRDO is concerned, all this missile system initially started with Prithvi, then we started with the Agni 1, and now we have come to Agni 5. We have also last time, basically anti-missile system also we have tested. So the point which comes is, as far as Agni 5 is concerned, it is important to tell to the viewers the cost of Agni 5 is much less than any other weapon system produced by any other country which is having this technology of MIRV, that is re-entry vehicle. That is to suffice to say. But at the same time, this is a fluid operation. You cannot say you have achieved the best. You keep on improving. As I was saying, that intention is that this Agni 5 we should able to fire even from submarine, because then the deterrence will become much more. You know, as far as India is concerned, Bhupen, we have no first use policy. We only want to have nuclear weapons which are deterrent, which we want. These are peaceful weapons which we consider that. But we want to tell to our adversary that we have an assured second strike capability. Should our adversary use a nuclear weapon, we will strike back, and we'll strike back with all might. So that is the message which we are sending. Don't try to muck with India. India is capable of hitting.
Mess with India. If you mess with India, you will be given an appropriate response. General Siwach, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Great pleasure to have had you with us here on The Squirrel. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Bhupen. Thank you very much.
Well, that's it then on this edition of Rest of the Story. How did you like this episode? Did you find it informative? Do send us your feedback on our Twitter page or our Instagram page, The Squirrels In, or you can simply find me on my own Twitter page, Bhupendra Chaubey. That's it. Thank you so much.